Good morning, everybody. How is it going? Today we're playing Faceless Void. We're going into the top lane, and this was random draft. Picked Faceless Void because it's the hero I really enjoy playing. I like Faceless Void a lot, and even though he isn't very good right now, I thought we might as well try anyway, right? Like that's kind of the thing. Let's just see if we can make it work. It might work. It's probably not gonna, but it might, and that would be pretty cool if it did. So that's kind of the plan here. Anyway. I feel a lot better. As you can hear, I still sometimes cough a little. That's okay though, because that's really the only thing that happens. My voice is mostly back. My throat doesn't hurt anymore. I don't have a headache anymore. Yeah. So I'm still just a tiny bit sick, but it's definitely getting better. Took, of course, a lot longer than it usually would. I usually get healthy pretty quickly, but seeing as I didn't take a break from anything, well, I just was sick, right? Like, that was my way to deal with this. I was just like, oh, I guess I'm sick now. I guess I still gotta do all of these things I gotta do anyway. And, yeah, but, you know, I think I'm doing fine now, so, yeah, that's kind of that. Anyway, let's see how this works out. Their team is pretty scary. However, I feel like once we get a BKB, we should be fine. And that's exactly what I think we can actually go for a Mask of Madness BKB game this time around, right? I feel like Mask of Madness BKB. Now, you guys know I'm usually not the biggest fan of it. If I say that, right, like I feel like people always misunderstand that. What I'm actually trying to say is that I don't think it's a bad build. It's just that I don't like that people mindlessly always go for it without thinking about the situation in the game. And I feel like that's a mistake, right? I think that is the issue, or is an issue with Faceless Void in general. People always buy Mask of Madness without spending a second thinking about it, and yeah, that's a concern. However, I think this game is going to be pretty good Mask of Madness game. So yeah. Anyway, things to talk about. I don't know. I have my first like real week of uni behind me. Let's be honest, last week was also kind of real. Like, in terms of like raw time spent there, I think I actually did more last week than I did this week. Of course, this week around I also got to do some studying and shit. And yeah, so currently I am very much thinking about dropping one of the classes already. And now this may seem like a drastic thing to do, but honestly, so basically what I want to do in the first 2 semesters, like that's kind of my plan. I have a class I have to do. Right, that's just something that you have to do, you don't really have a choice. I mean, you could not do it, but then you get kicked out. So, yeah, that of course. And then I also want to finish up all of the math shit. The thing is that if I do that, and then all of the math shit, I'm already super fucking busy, right? And the last class that I'm currently taking is honestly something that is, I don't know. Like, first of all, if I plan on changing courses, which it's currently looking like that's the case, right? Like, I'm currently very much considering going to a much more software development orientated course than just straight up computer science. Then that class is not even included in those other courses, right? So it makes sense on that level. Also, it's the one that, you know, I don't know. It's the one that is the least interesting, I guess. And the least necessary. So I feel like it's something that I can, you know, just kind of chill with, and then if I continue with computer science, I can always do it at a later time, right? That's fine. And but yeah, I guess the most important point is that, like, the reason why I have those 4 classes right now is because, like, the plan I have is to finish in 6 semesters, right? But that's something like almost nobody does because it's stupid. It's like impossible. So, and I am not in a rush. I'm just not in a rush. Like, that's the thing. I feel like everybody else is always in a rush. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I really am not in a rush. Except I should maybe rush a Hand of Midas. I got myself some boots, just because I feel like those are pretty useful against Phoenix. Like, that hero can actually be pretty scary at times. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's nice to at least try to dodge these, right? But overall, I think I'll go ahead and get myself my Hand of Midas afterwards. And yes, I guess I also got a pool match. Whatever, it's not a big deal, man. It barely makes a difference if we get it at 5 minutes or at 7. Like, that's something that people spend far too much time crying about. So, yeah. But yeah, like, almost nobody finishes in 6 semesters. And I already told you this, that I don't plan on finishing in 6 semesters. Because it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Right? So I feel like instead of forcing myself to go through a course that I believe I'm not gonna need anyway, right? I could just drop that for now, right? Make everything else easier, make it so I have much more time for everything else, and then just kind of like make sure I get those done nicely, alright? And then we can see later. And if I decide to continue with computer science, I can always do it later, right? That's not a problem. That's not an issue, right? So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I'll probably just drop technical basics of computer science, which is a lot of, like, I guess just straight up, here you go, you know, this is how everything is, you know, constructed from the ground up, like, I guess the technical aspects, right? Like, this is how you actually build a computer, which is something that may, I don't know, I guess like, the way you phrase it like that, it does sound interesting, but if you think about what that class actually is, it's not interesting. So, at least not to me, right? I just don't really care. So yeah, that's kind of that. Other than that, I don't know. I gotta admit, like, the past 2 days, in the last kind of like class, it was more like a lecture. Okay, let me actually go ahead and... I don't know how university works everywhere else in the world, so I guess I'll just go ahead and explain how it works around here, and then you tell me if it's the same for you. Right. But basically the way it works is we kind of have 3 things, right? We have lectures, which are... By the way, I'll just randomly translate this with terms that may or may not be the right terms for this, right? But I'll also explain that, so whatever. But we have lectures, which are basically just, you kind of like go there and there's like a professor in the front and he tells you things and you sit there and you listen to him. Try to take notes, and then you took a note, and then because you took a note, you didn't listen for a second, and all of a sudden that motherfucker's talking about something else. You're like, the fuck, man, what happened to the last... That is a lecture. You have like 500 people in the room. Actually, you know what, 500 is exaggerating, but 400 to 300 is entirely like just the truth. Like, that's just how many people there are. So lots of people. And yeah, that's kind of how it goes, right? So those are the lectures. You don't have to go to these, but it is recommended. It does make sense in certain classes, or like in, yeah, I guess in certain courses. Let's actually refer to them as courses, right? I have 4 courses. I have programming and software development. I have math, just straight up math. I have... Alright, let me go and get this. Theoretical basics of computer science, or I guess like the term more commonly used is logic. Logic and discrete structures, I guess. I don't know if that last part is actually properly translated, but yeah, logic. And then, as I already mentioned, technical basics of computer science. And let me go ahead and finish this up. And yeah, so these are basically the classes, kind of, right? Or the courses, I'm losing track here. Each course has a lecture. Each course also has a class. Now, what is a class? A class is much more like what you would have in school, right? Where you have like kind of a teacher, your tutor, which this tutor is usually a student, right? A student in a higher semester. For example, my math tutor is currently doing his master's. So I don't know what semester he's in, right? But I know that my programming and software development tutor is doing his 7th semester right now, right? So usually students in a higher semester, and and those classes are mandatory. So you have to go there, right? You have to go there. You don't really have a choice. If you don't go, you will not get access to the what's it called, exam, right, for that course. You need to go, else you won't get the access to the exam, and or you will not be allowed to take the exam, right? And not only do you need to go, but you also need to do, like, there's certain requirements that differ for each course. So like, or each class. Like some classes, I guess course would still be, right? Damn it, I need to stop distracting myself. I'm sorry. But let's say in the one class I have with programming and software development, that tutor was really chill, right? He basically told us, don't act up in class, come, right, and put up an honest effort, and you're fine, right? You'll be able. I'll let you take the exam if you do that, right? Of course, that doesn't mean you'll be able to do it. I'll just let you try, right? But don't be a dick and try and actually come to class, right? And I guess the come to class thing, why I mentioned it like specifically for him, is because he really values it, right? He's like, if you miss once without having like a decent excuse, you're just fuck off, right? You need to come, you need to try, and you need to not be an asshole, and we're good. So, yeah, I mean that's pretty reasonable. I actually really like that tutor. I think from what I can tell so far, he's fantastic. But then there's also, for example, my math tutor, who's like, you know what, this is fine. You need to come to class, right? Again. But he is like a little bit more relaxed with it. Oh, I kind of wanted to be around for that. I'm not sure if I was. I'm actually not sure. But he's like, yeah, you need to come to class, and you need to get some points in the homework, right? But honestly, don't worry too much about that, right? We'll talk about it in class afterwards. I'll explain everything to you, right? Just again, make sure you put up an honest try, but you gotta get like at least 30% of the points, right? Like you gotta show that you can actually do something. If it turns out that you don't get anything at all, then I'm sorry, I can't let you take the exam like that. And you know, like, it kind of makes sense, right? Like if you only get 30% of the points in the homeworks, then what's the point in taking the exam, which is more difficult than the homework, right? So yeah, like again, it differs from course to course. What I just mentioned isn't all of it either, but you know, just kind of to get you a little bit of an insight there. And then there are something, I guess, what would I call those, class lectures, right? If I were to translate according to what I previously translated. Class lectures are basically extra lectures, which are kind of just expanding on what the professor said previously in the lecture beforehand, right? These are not mandatory, so you can't just go, right? You can go and whatever. But I guess saying expand is a little wrong. These are much more along the lines of, hey, we know this is hard, so we'll try to explain it again, right? And it's kind of nice as that, honestly. I kind of appreciate that. Although I have to admit, so far they have actually been not that helpful. But yeah. So I guess that's kind of how it works, right? That's the entire structure. There's a little bit more to it, but that's the basic idea of it. It's kind of what you gotta know. I'll go in. Okay, we got him. Yeah, let me just finish this up really quick. If you don't mind. If you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and take that. So yeah, that's kind of the idea, right? And I don't really know how I got on that topic. Like, I'm sure there was a point to this beforehand, but there probably isn't one anymore. So fuck it. I guess I explained that now, and now you know. Did I? Well, wait, no. Who's Tom?
Bounty. I'm Bounty.
Oh. Yes. Well, sucks.
Worth it though.
Don't die, Tom. Holy shit, he sounds awful. Oh man. Wait, I'm pretty sure that I only trapped that Musperov. And everybody else walked into it. I know the Vengeful walked into it for sure.
Yeah.
I am fairly certain of this. Okay. Matt, you want this lane?
Sure.
Alright, I'll just go into jungle then. I mean, I have my Mask of Madness now. It's gonna be fine. And Ogre Magi is really a hero that benefits a lot from having a little bit of additional money, so... Oh, not even just a little bit. He benefits a lot from money. Like, it's just kind of how it is, right? So, yeah. Okay. Anyhow, what are we building here? We're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves a Mjolnir. Probably just a Maelstrom first, and then into the BKB, right? But Mjolnir, BKB, I think this build is just gonna be fine this match. I don't really see a problem with it. They have no disables that are just straight up disables. They just don't have that, right? They have a few things that kind of disable, right? Like the root kind of disables, and the silence kind of, right? I guess you could count the Naga Sleep, but I don't. Like that, it's a bit different. It's just a weird ability. Does this respawn? No, this camp is blocked. Which means they have a ward around there. Yeah. Usually around here. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is okay. That is fine. Alright, I was talking about uni things. Yeah, you know, like I've been kind of like... The thing is, what makes this a little difficult for me is, again, like I'm a little older than most people there. Alright? And one thing I should... This is gonna sound so stupid. Right? But... I don't know. Like... For my age, I have actually already done a lot of things in life. Right? Like, just to go to a very basic example that I think you guys are gonna understand is, like, I actually own a business. Right, do you I know this is difficult to comprehend, and a lot of you are gonna be like, come on, it's a YouTube channel, it's not a business. Look, if the government taxes me like a business, it's a fucking business. Okay, that's how simple it is. That is how simple it is. If the government is like, no, you gotta pay taxes for a business, then it's a business, right? And yeah, I literally run a business, right? And it's just kind of difficult because like all of these high school kids, right? They're just like, oh man, you're so tiny, like you're literally kids, man. I don't know. That sounds so condescending, right? But it just kind of makes it a little more difficult for me to like really get a connection there. Does that make any sense, or do I sound like an asshole? I'm just being honest here, right? But there are some people that I have really come to like. By some, I mean... Actually, kind of like... Nah, one guy. Yeah, there's one guy that I really like. He's quite fun. Yeah, I kind of hang out with him mostly. But overall, like, the thing is, I don't really mind being alone. I'm okay with that. Right? So, right now, I'm just mostly spending time by myself. Right? Like, I really don't mind that. Like, I'll find people when the time comes. Right? Just gotta find the old people. Oh, man. Oh, man. God, I sound like an asshole, don't I? I really don't mean it like that. I just don't really know how to properly express this. Let me go ahead and get the mushroom. I hope it makes sense. Whatever. Let's just move on. So we got ourselves the mushroom. And that's gonna speed up our farming even more. The nice thing about the Mask of Madness is it's actually a very good farming item. Very good. And the nice thing about the Maelstrom is it's also a very good farming item. So this build kind of is a farming build while also being a fighting build, which is always the best kind of build. Right? That's exactly what you want. If you could just like pick something, like I guess an idea, then that's the one you always want, right? You want a farming build that's also a fighting build. It's pretty rare to have something like that. There are a few heroes that do though, and Faceless Void has one. So does Anti-Mage. So does Alchemist. So yeah, it's kind of interesting like that. Let me go and grab this. So as I mentioned, we're gonna have to get a BKB here. That's not really a choice. That's just something we have to do. Yeah, that shield probably wasn't necessary. I like getting it anyway. You never know. It's really one of those cases. It's just, I don't know, like it might come into play, it probably won't, but oh well. Anyway, we're 20 minutes into the video. If you enjoy me being a condescending asshole, then please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. Would definitely appreciate that. And yeah, let's just go and continue beating people up. So right now it may seem incredibly tempting to go for a Mjolnir, which, let's be honest, it is. It is incredibly tempting to go for a Mjolnir right now. It is also the wrong item to go for. Right? What we want right now is the BKB, and then we will progress into the Mjolnir. And the main reason for that is really, first of all, Naga already got her Radiance. That's a pretty big deal. Right? But most importantly, team fights are actually starting to happen, right? And my team just lost one. So I actually need to go into these pretty soon. I need to contribute something. And without a BKB, I am not contributing anything. That's just not happening. Right? So I need to figure out a way to make this work, and that's the BKB. Okay, I got what I came for. No, that's all I need. I don't really care about anything else. This is fine. What's she going for? TP boots, I assume? She's probably going for TP boots. Yeah, Naga's gonna be a problem. Eventually. Not quite yet. And I think Faceless actually deals pretty well with her. Because, like, what makes Naga so hard to deal with is that she just, like, constantly split pushes you and she evades fights. And she's just never really there to just straight up face you. But Faceless Void doesn't care about faces. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Faceless Void doesn't really care. Because I'll just, if I see her, the real one, I can jump in and disable her for 5 seconds. And make sure I actually get to hit her. And, while Naga does tend to build pretty tanky, Faceless Void also deals a lot of damage. Oh man. Come on! Nice. Come on! Nice. Come on, give me some dashes. Oh, that works. Sweet! Alright. Got ourselves the BKB. And now we can transition into Mjolnir. Probably MKB afterwards, just to deal with the mischance. I mean, Butterfly also makes a lot of sense, but that's alright. One thing I should maybe mention, I freaking love Hand of Midas on Faceless Void. Like, this hero is so attack speed orientated, right? And it may really seem like, oh, come on. Really, Hand of Midas attack speed. That's what you're getting hyped about. Yes! It's 40 additional attack speed. It actually matters on this hero. It really does. It really does. It's like a big deal. So, that's why I love Hand of Midas. Also another farming item. I have like 3 farming items in my inventory. And I just hit really fucking hard. Did you see me kill the Phoenix? And that guy just died. Why? Because I'm Faceless Void. I'm okay. Right? Like, I can do that. This is a thing I can offer. Now let's see if we can maybe go take this guy down. Okay, there's a Naga there. So, I don't think this is happening. No, this is not happening. Oh well. You know, might as well try. I'm not really sure. The thing is... I say that line a lot, don't I? But, I suppose. The thing is, Faceless Void actually deals a lot of magic damage. Right? And Roshan doesn't take a lot of magic damage. The Bash is magic. We have Mjolnir, which is magic. Right? Roshan just doesn't take a lot of magic damage, however. He's very much... Well, he's not immune to it, technically speaking. He has like 90% resistance. He might as well be immune, right? Like, the only reason why he's not immune is because pure damage spells and disables. Like, they want those to be possible. Okay, this guy first. Come on! Oh, that was so close. This is not happening. This, however, might. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, of course, with support coming in, then it might happen. But just me going in right here. Where's the gem? Where did the gem go? I saw a gem, for sure. Wait, what happened to the gem?
Lager has it now.
It's dropped to your base. I died trying to get it.
Ah, you didn't get it. Okay. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, but you see how necessary the BKB is. Right? And we really didn't do that much in that fight. And that's not because I don't deal damage. I deal plenty of damage. That's just because I die. But I didn't. And then we did a lot. I guess not having our full team there certainly didn't help. But you see now we're really starting to get everything that we need. We're putting all the pieces together and are becoming very powerful. And that's really all that matters, right? There we go. Got this. Since nobody's down here, I'll just be pushing here. Don't want to use the Mask of Madness because maybe I need to TP in. I should actually. I should definitely TP in. So I'm TPing into the back because... okay, wait, let me actually explain this after the fight, if I don't forget. This is a little bit of a quirky thing about Dota. I should be able to pull this one off. Yeah. Please. Nice. Okay, so this is a little bit of a quirky thing, right? You have TPs, and if you TP to a building that's not the well, then the next TP cast in a certain time frame onto that same building will be will take longer to complete, right? Those are the rules. Except they are not. Those are not actually the rules. They're very similar to that, but those are not actually, if we like really are very precise about it, those are not actually the rules. What the rules are is if you TP somewhere and then somebody TPs to the same location in a certain radius around the original TP, then and only then will the TP take longer to complete. Now what does that mean? If you TP close enough, far enough away from each other, then you can actually have two TPs that both only take 3 seconds. Right? So what you saw right there is he TP'd in all the way over here. I TP'd in all the way over there. So both of our TPs only took 3 seconds. Isn't that weird? But yeah, that's how it actually works. I don't know the exact numbers on this. You can definitely just look this up if you feel like it. But that's how it works, strictly speaking. Also loads of attack speed. Let's get rid of him. Who did I also kill? Nobody? Oh, that's alright. I thought I also killed somebody over here, but it seems that was just an illusion. It's just an illusion. I fucking love this hero. Why does nobody play Faceless Void anymore? This guy's amazing. But you see what I was talking about with BKB? Yeah, sometimes it's just, you know, you just gotta get the BKB and you'll be fine. It's a stupid item. It's so ridiculous. Okay. So let me get an break down some barracks, shall we? Should be able to get these. Yeah. I can't attack right now. There we go though. Could get a Manta style, I guess, but that doesn't seem like a great idea. So, right now we could go for more damage, we could go for more attack speed. As I already mentioned, I kind of like the idea of going for an MKB here. Seems pretty reasonable. Now, the Hand of Midas, I'm not sure if it actually did me any good this game. Wait, no! Okay. I'm not sure if the Hand of Midas actually did me any good, because I'll be selling it right now. Which is really It really didn't take that long. So, I don't know. Oh well.
Well, we still do have ages.
Yeah, I got an MKB coming. I just get the items and go immediately. When did we kill him? 26. Oh, we have plenty of time. Well, not plenty of time, but we have enough time to set up another push. Yo, get your items and then we go.
My path unspools.
Yeah, no, we have enough time. This is fine. But yeah, MKB, of course, now the mischance doesn't impact me, and I hurt a lot. And another thing I like about MKB, it makes it so that not all of our damage is magical. I always like getting a physical damage item on Void, because again, a lot of his damage output is really magical, and I don't think magic damage is very reliable, but mostly because of BKB, right? I don't want the enemy carry to get a BKB, and then I'm just stuck not dealing any damage for the little while. That would be kind of fun. No, it's not really the case for this right here, because I am playing against a Naga, which doesn't usually go for BKB, right? But I think MKB is still fine. In this case, it's fine because of the evasion or mischance or whatever. Same thing. But yeah, let's wreck some people. Oh well, shit, I already did that. I already did that. Oops. Oh wait, Blink, what? You crazy girl. You crazy girl. 32. So 31. 31, 30 or something like that. You crazy. Blink on Skyra? Girl, what's you thinking? What's going through your mind? No, seriously, what is wrong with you? You're dead now. Ah, I killed her. Well, it only took forever. Also, BKB is on cooldown. Got that. This is a bad idea! Oh my god, please kill me. I need to die. I need to die. No, that works, I guess. Actually, no. Right, I always forget. God. Air just heals you now. Didn't used to do that. Used to be the case if you ran out of air, just tough luck. You're dead now. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Boom, baby! Faceless motherfucking Void! I love this hero. It's so cool. Where did the cat go? It's always suspicious when the cat leaves. It's always suspicious. You never know what the fuck he's up to. I think we did pretty well right there. 16-0, had 800 GPM. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty fine, I would say. Quite fine, quite fine. Quite acceptable indeed. Yep. Oh, that was a flawless. Oh, man. Okay. So, let me go ahead and do the giveaway, of course, as per usual. And then that's gonna do it for today. Also... Where's it? Oh, no, that was actually the right link. Do you get that when you're like, what did I want to do? You open up the thing that you wanted to do, and then you close it, and you're like, wait, no, that's actually what that's actually what I meant to do. Shit. Oh man. Okay. So today's winner would be Sad Man Shariar. I don't even know. Sad Man. Sad Man. Are you a sad man? That would be sad, man. You get... What's sad? This guy looks sad. Hey shit, what the fuck is this? This actually looks really cool. It's like a dinosaur! What the fuck? Didn't know I had that. Well, if you want a dinosaur, please feel free to let me know. I'll give you a fucking dinosaur. That's amazing. Holy shit. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. I'd definitely appreciate that. And I hope to see all of you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.